All right, can everyone see the screen properly? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, let's begin. All right, welcome to the class. First of all, again, those of you who are attending it for the first time, this is a special reading class. I'm assuming that you have already done the strategy class before. So the purpose of this class is to improve your reading. Most of you are actually getting better, which is very good to see. And I hope that with the passage of time, you will get much better. And during your practice as well, you should be able to apply all these rules and strategies. And you should be able to do very well over there. Okay. Let's start. So the format of the class is in such a way that we will be doing fill in the blanks reading, fill in the blanks reading and writing, and some reorder paragraph. So what I want to see is that how you are solving these questions, what is your approach, and then I am going to discuss the question with you as well. Sometimes similar questions can come into the exam, but even if it is not there, the exact wording is not there, just remember that all the real answers and everything, like all the rules that we are discussing, they will be repeated again and again. Okay, so same rules will be used again and again. All right, so it's all about getting your approach right, so make sure that you do that. I'll give you 2.5 minutes for each question. All right, so make sure that you spend that time, think logically, apply the grammar rules, and then we will discuss that. And one more thing, just make sure that you all send your answers in the chat, so that I can see that who is making mistakes or who is doing good or what kind of mistakes you are making. In that way, I will be able to help you out even more. Okay. All right, so let's begin. There are only 20 of you. I think people are already celebrating the weekend, which is there. So yeah, I think that's why there are less students today. All right, let's begin. I'll give you guys 2.5 minutes, and then we will start with that. All right, let's start with this one. Experiencing past. You have already done this question. I think I've seen that question in the portal, so maybe that's where you have done that. Okay, but I think the practice set is new, so it should be fine. All right, let's begin. But if you have already done it, still there is a mistake over here. Okay. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. A lot of students, they feel like because what we have seen is that there are a lot of students out there. Everyone do these questions with different approaches, right? For example, I have seen many students who are like, they start memorizing the questions. Okay, so they are like, okay, only way to do reading is to just start memorizing. All right. There was a student, I think in the lab. So I asked him, okay, you have memorized all the questions. He was saying like, I have memorized all the questions, so I don't know, just give me something new. So I gave any question from the portal. I was like, okay, you have memorized it, right? So just do that one. Trust me, there were like 3 mistakes in that question. Okay, so what I want to say is that there is no way you will be able to memorize stuff. Okay, even if you have done it. Now there is someone who has said that they have already done the question, but still there is a mistake over there. All right. So maybe the wording is same, but he will change the position of the blanks, or maybe even the blanks are same. Your memory is not that good yet that you will be able to memorize all 600 questions. It's not possible. All right. So that's why I always say that in the lab and in my strategy class as well, that try to get the concept right. Okay. Never ever go for something like, okay, I will memorize stuff, or I will just start to learn all these questions, which is not going to happen. All right. So always keep that thing in mind. Never ever try to memorize that. Okay. If you get an easy one, or if you have, let's say you have done it or you remember it, that's well and good. That's like a bonus for you, but you can't really rely on that thing. All right. Okay, let's begin. This one was actually easy one. All right. Nothing is better than dash a soothing massage right after a long and toxic day. So let's say if you have a very long and toxic day, very tiring day, what will happen? Nothing better than dash facing a soothing massage. You can't face a massage, right? It's something, it's sort of like an experience that you will develop. Okay, better than treating a soothing massage, that is also not correct. Like, you are not treating anyone, you are getting a massage. Okay, if the option getting was there, I would have put that. All right, here the right answer will be experiencing. Okay, you can't encounter. Encounter is something which is used for when you come face to face with someone. Okay, I'm going to encounter this situation, or encounter that person or something. We can also use this word for killing someone as well, like encounter, that one. But mostly when you come face to face. Similarly, facing means the same thing. So the right answer here will be experiencing. I think almost all of you got that one right, which is good. The mistake was in the third blank, rest third or fourth. I think fourth one, yeah. In fourth one, many of you make mistake, but other than that, it was absolutely fine. Next one, you could already sigh imagining the feel of all those dash muscles being loosened. He is talking about that you have a very long day, you have a very toxic day, and now you are getting a massage. When you even start getting a massage, you will start imagining all the good stuff, that all the dash muscles being loosened, like all the stiff muscles which are there, they will just loosen up and you will just relax. Okay, look at the options. Sore muscles, pain muscle, swear muscle. There is nothing like swear muscle. Okay, if it was painful muscle, then I might have put that, because there has to be an adjective over there. All right, he is describing that it's either puffed or sore. Puffed means to run out of breath, which is not the case over here. For example, we use the word huff and puff, or we are like puffing around, etc. So that won't be the right answer as well. So the right answer here will be sore muscles, that after the toxic day or after the very long day, you will cure your sore muscles by getting a massage. Okay, but wait, it's not only nurses who need this kind of soothing, right? Even patients need their own dash of relaxing back massage. So it's not just for nurses, but also for patients. Measure of, dose of. The right answer will be dose of, because he's talking about curing them, right? He's talking about making them feel better. All right, so need their own dose of relaxing back massage, because it's sort of like a therapeutic kind of a thing that he wants to treat them. Okay, he's talking about the remedial massage or massage which will make them feel better. All right, so that is why it will be dose of relaxing back massage. Okay. Now, this one is a little bit tricky, but I would think that you should have gotten that one correct. Okay. Look at that. It can be done, back massage is usually given in dash with the activities of bathing the client. Okay. Is usually given in dash with the activities of bathing the client. If you put, a lot of you put associate over there. We use the word associate with, but back massage is usually given in associate with. That doesn't make any sense. If the word was association over here, in association with, meaning together with the activities of bathing the client, then it would have made sense. Okay. Association is a noun, I think, and associate is a verb. You can't use a verb over here because given is already a verb. Is usually given in association with the activities. If it was there, then I would have put that. Okay. So that is why I won't put associate over here. Now you have to look out for the other word. Connection with, we normally don't use that. We say connection to this. Okay, with connect we normally use the preposition to. Okay, the right answer here will be in conjunction with. All right, in conjunction with is also a collocation that will be used with this word. In conjunction means together. Okay, like something like along with. Okay, so basically what he wants to say is that back massage is usually given in conjunction with, like together with the activities of bathing the client. Okay, so that is why the right answer will be conjunction. Junction, it's not the same. Junction is like something totally different. Like junction means like where two tracks or two roads meet, so that's called junction. All right, which won't be the case over here. Okay. Next one. It can also be done on other occasions when a client seems to have a risk of developing skin irritation due to bed rest. Okay, so that's another reason why they can give back massage to the patients. The goal when performing this dash is to enhance relaxation, reduce muscle tension, and stimulate circulation. So these are all the advantages that you are expecting to get after getting a massage. Performing this what? So what is that? What is the whole process of giving massages and stuff? It's not a system, it's not an element, it's not a topic. The right answer will be right procedure. Okay, clear? So the first one will be experiencing. Second one will be sore muscles. Third one will be dose, then given in conjunction with, and the last one will be procedure. Okay. Literal meaning of sore is swollen, and swollen muscles can't be treated by massage. Logic. Sore muscles, yes, sore means swollen, but we also, whenever you are tired or something, or whenever you are coming back from a hard day work, you will say I have a very sore muscle. Like painful muscular pain, we use that word a lot. All right, I couldn't do it because I have sore muscles. All right, so that is some word which is used with we used with the word muscles. Okay, so sore muscles, it's not like swollen all the time. Something like which is painful, something like we use stiff as well. 2-3 words are used with muscles, like either stiffness in the muscles. We use sore muscles as well. Okay, clear? Even if you, let's say sore is not the right one, you can't say pain muscles, you can't say severe muscles. Okay, and puffed won't be logically correct as well. Third one, what was the third one? Yeah, because he's talking about need their own dose of relaxing back massage. Since he's talking about treating these patients, okay, that is sort of like a remedy or medicinal massage which he is getting by giving them a relaxing back massage. You are curing them. So that is why it's sort of like in a medical term, we will say dose of back massage. Okay, like amount or measure can be used, but it will be used with the scientific terms or something. Amount of maybe carbon dioxide into the system or something like that. All right, but with the massage or with something which is related to the health, we normally say dose of medicine, dose of this. He is treating it like a medicine, right? Just to make them feel better and just to stimulate their blood circulation, etc., to make them relax. So that is why it will be a dose. Okay, in the fourth one, I think someone asked, who was it? I think yeah, Dev. So in connection with, we don't use. Okay, with connection we normally use the preposition to. Okay, connection to this or connect to this. All right, in connection with the activities, that won't be right. Okay, so that is why the right answer will be conjunction with. And in conjunction with is a collocation that we use when you want to do something with each other. So it has the same meaning as of associated with or along with. All right, I want to do this along with this, I want to do this in conjunction with this. Okay, like something together. All right, in connection to, if it was there, then I might have put that. But again, if I had a choice, I will still select conjunction because that will be a collocation. Okay. Any other doubts or any other questions? Let me see your marks. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Lot of 4s and 3s. That's good. Good start, but I was expecting 5. Anyone who got 5 in this one? No, 4. Okay, I thought it was an easy one. That was not that hard. Okay, now let's get a little bit longer one. All right. Do we have a collocation list? There is a list of collocations available on the Pearson website, but it's a very long list. I think I've told that before. It has like around 1500 to 2000 collocations. I won't expect you to learn all that. Better way is to just write stuff down. Whatever you saw in the practice or during these classes, just make sure that you take notes of all this stuff. It should be fine. It should be enough. Okay. But if you want to, you can. I will try to share it with you, but I don't have it now. You can get it from the Pearson website. Okay. Because we normally don't give it to students. Good question. When you will organize grammar class? Couldn't have time properly. Hopefully next week or next to next week for sure. Okay. I was a bit busy as well. But yeah, for next week or next to next week, promise. All right, let's begin. All right, let's do this one. Make sure all the length of the text is very long. So don't get intimidated by that. Don't worry about it. Just focus on the blanks, but read the text from the beginning so that you know what is the story that is happening. Okay. All right, let's start with this one. Let me see your answers first. Some of you put exclusive in the first one. I don't know why. First one was very easy one. Okay, not unique as well. All right, let's start. He's saying the rules of the federal government are science-based. Okay, so basically he wants to say that rule of federal government are science-based. Simple. After a review, it said, okay, just give me 1 second. Yeah. After a review, it said medical marijuana remains a Schedule 1 drug. That means it has no currently accepted medicinal use. Like you can't use marijuana as a medicinal medicine. Okay, like you can't use it in medicine. One more thing, just remember that many students, because I have seen that word in a lot of read alouds as well. A lot of students, they pronounce it as marijuana. So don't say that, it's marijuana. Okay, so J is silent in this one. So just remember that it will be marijuana remains a Schedule 1 drug. All right. Then doctors cannot prescribe the drug. 25 states have dash views. Doctors can't describe it. 25 states have dash views. Not all the views are the same. When they're not the same, what will it be? 25 states, 25 different regions. They will have a very different view. So the right answer here will be different. Okay. Exclusive means like exclusive, like same view or like similar view or just one view. Like 25 states doesn't have, and he's just elaborating the same fact that not all the views are the same. So that will mean that they will all have different views. So that one was the very easy one. That one should have been correct. Not unique, because even if we think logically, how can 25 states have a unique, like one view? And it says unique views. Unique means like totally unique. That's only one or very, very few regarding. So you can't use views with that. I can't say I have very unique views. I will only have one. Exactly. Views is plural. All right. So different views. All right. Many people in the government and science dash the use of the drug for certain patients. Now, what will it be? So basically, he wants to say that everyone has a different view, but some people in one way or another, they all permit marijuana. Many people in the government dash the use of drug for certain patients. So basically what, even if I don't look at the options, the word like they want to use marijuana or they are supporting that, right? Look at that. Assist. With assist, we normally say assist means to help. All right. Here you are not helping anyone. You are just supporting the rule of marijuana. So the right answer here will be support. Help the use of, lend the use of. With lend, we normally use lend with some money or something. Okay, lending the money. All right. Assist, help, again, they will be used for helping someone or assisting someone. As I mentioned, lend will be used for something like mostly with the money kind of an aspect. Okay, means grant, lend money, lend some loan, something like this we normally use. Okay, assist means to help, so it will be used with. Okay, normally a preposition with we use with that. So you will say, I am going to assist you with your homework. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so assist with will be used together. Even this is not support. Support is like it lending money is not like a support or something. But if you look at in the broader terms, it could be a support because you're supporting someone by giving them money, right? But lend is used for mostly in the cases where which it involves like money or accounting or stuff like that. Okay. All right, third one. The government did approve one change. Okay, it now will allow more marijuana plants to be dash for research purposes. After to be, now that is my question. Just send your answers in the chat. After be, which form of verb do we normally use? Or what word will we use? Third form of verb. Very good. Remember this rule. I think we have discussed that whenever you have to be or sorry about that. Let's say it's to be or only be. Either you will put ing or you will put ed or third form of verb. Okay. When you are going to put third form of verb, whenever your sentence is in the passive voice, whenever it's in the active voice, you will use ing form. You're absolutely right. You will use third form of verb over here. So it now will allow more marijuana to be dash for research purposes. To be dash. Plants. What do we do with the plants? We can't develop a plant. There are two options which are given with the ed or third form. It's either grown or developed. It can't be cultivate, it can't be nurture, right? So with the plants, we can't develop a plant. So the right answer will be grown, all right? To be grown for the research purposes. And if you look at the sentence, it's in the passive voice. So I can't put ing. There is no ing even there in the option. So I will put third form of verb. Clear? Then this is a less regulated list. Some people want the government to give marijuana a special category of its own. Like they want to include it in some other special category. The government is dashed to its story. That's a very easy one. Again, adding to their story, to its story, no. Bonding, why would they be bonding? Attaching to, no. The right answer will be sticking to it. Like they don't want to change it, they are just sticking to their own story. Today, one university license give keep scheduling one this, but some are treating it as a schedule 2. Some want to make it a own category, but what government is doing? Government is sticking to its own story. It says data do not yet prove that marijuana is safe and effective as a medicine. No matter how much you are advocating or no much how much you are talking that it should be a it should be the drug that can be used for medicine purposes, government is sticking to its story and it says that it won't. Okay. Again, if we look at it, government is dash. That means that it's in the continuous tense. It has to be ing form. Unfortunately, all 4 options are given in ing form. So you go back to the concept, or sorry, the context in which he's saying. Okay. Next one. The rule is a problem for advocates. There is much more to learn about how the drug works. So basically, people don't know that enough. So that is why they need more. Federal rule makes research hard. It makes it more difficult to learn dash, dosage, and quality control. Now, dash dosage means the usage of the drug and quality control of the drug. If you are not manufacturing it more, or if you are not using it more, what will happen? Correct dosage, yes, it could be there. Imprecise won't be there. Inaccurate won't be there. It's either accurate usage or correct usage. Both have the exact, almost similar meaning, right? But if I have to get one, let's say I'm doing a research, what will be my, do we have correct results or do we say accurate results? In the research or in that in that way, we normally say you will have accuracy. What is the accuracy? What is the efficiency? Or what are the accurate results? So I will use accurate over here. Do you get it? So the first one was different. Since he's talking about not all the same views are not the views are the same. So that is why it will be different. Second one will be support. Third one will be grown, because again with to be you will use third form of verb. All right. Fourth one, it's in the continuous and sticking to its story. It's like a collocation as well. And the last one will be difficult to learn, accurate dosage. Okay. After is ing form, not always. It could be ed form as well, depending on the active and passive. All right. If it's in the active voice, then ing. If it's in the passive, then it's ed. Okay. See, sir, can you explain the passive voice and active voice? Sometimes I get confused. Okay, I think I've done that, but I will tell you again, Doris. Just think in that way. If you know a person who is doing the work in the sentence, that means it's an active sentence. Okay. For example, here, government is dash to its story. Who is doing the work? Government. Government is the subject, so I will put ing form. But if you don't know the person who is doing the work, it now will allow more marijuana plants to be dashed for research purposes, to be grown. Who is growing it? Who is planting these trees? I don't know. So that is why it will be in the passive voice. Okay. Government is doing this research. This research is conducted by the scientist, or this research is conducted by the government. Okay. So if you say conducted by the government, you don't know the person who is doing the work. That means it's in the passive voice. If you know a person who is doing the work, then it will be in the active voice. Okay. Sir, how we know it's running sentence? What do you mean by running sentence? I didn't say, like you said in the fourth one. What do you mean running? Even my answer is right. That's good. Can you explain it a bit more, Dave? I couldn't get your question. Like, what is a running sentence? I don't know. I said continuous sentence. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So how will we know? Because it says government is dash to its story. So it's something which is happening now. Is after is, am, are, was, were, that represents your continuous tense. Okay. So that is how you will know that it's a continuous one. Okay. Is, am, are, was, were, they will be representing your continuity or continuous tense. All right. Good job, guys. Okay, let's do one more, but still I want more five. Now we have been getting four for a long time. Okay, so now it's time to get five points. All right. Let's do this one. Then we are going to discuss that in detail. I think they're not the answers which are underlined. It's just like a typo thing, or maybe it's like a grammar issues or something like that. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Okay, so don't rely on that. All right, let's start with this one. This one is little bit tricky, okay, because the words are very similar to each other, especially in two blanks, all right? But I hope these, like I personally, I hate these kind of questions, to be honest, because it's so weird, like two words which have the same meaning, then you will be very confused, like which one to select, and grammatically everything is right, okay? But in the exam, that's what I have seen. I can say from a personal experience that in the real exam, the questions will be much easier. And if you focus, only one will be making sense. All right. So it's all about how well you are going to be present at that particular moment. All right. Let's start. He's saying that the US government is saying how much sugar we should consume. So basically, government is telling you how much sugar you need to consume. They dash that only 10% of the average person's calories should come from sugar. So basically, that should be the quantity to be used. Now he's talking about government. They dash. With they, since the tense is the present tense, okay, that means with they, I can't use S or ES form. I will, or I can't use ED form as well since it's present. So it's either recommend, it's guide, or it suggest. Okay. All of these words, they have the exact same meaning. So now you have to figure out which one is used in that particular scenario, sort of like in that sense. We normally, when we use the word government, we say the government, it's either recommend or it suggest. Okay. They have the exact same meaning. But for this one, the right answer will be suggest. Okay. I know most of you will say that recommend is more academic and all, but with government, we normally say like it's a suggestion from the government and all. It could be recommendation as well, to be honest. They have the exact same meaning. All right. But it says that the right answer is suggest. So that's why like I hate these kind of questions, because there is nothing like you can do. Like it's not judging anything. All right. So especially in the first blank, that was very confusing. But the right answer will be suggest. Okay. But it won't be guide, it won't be advocated. All right. Okay, next one. Further, they say you should know how much of the sugar in the food you are eating or drinking is natural to the product and how much has been added. So basically, they want to tell you is that you should know how much sugar is there, whatever you are eating or drinking, and what product has been added. The sugar dash is on. Experts say you have to read the label. Now, sugar dash is on. Sugar what is on? Sugar consumption is on. Sugar clashes, sugar battles. There is no battles or no clashes he's talking about. It's either consumption is on or it's or the fight is on. Okay. For this one, the right answer here will be the sugar consumption. Okay. All of you got it right. So that one will be consumption, because the sugar consumption is on. Again, this sentence is not making too much of a sense, but sometimes they will give you these kind of questions. All right. So the right answer here will be consumption. All right. Next one. The sugar industry does not dash with the new guideline. Okay. So now that's a good one. Does not dash. We have discussed that with does not, we will always put first form of verb, right? We saw that rule. All of these are given in the, all of these are given in the first form. Comply, agree, this, confirm. Okay. Now you have to figure out in which sense we use this word. Normally, just remember that whenever we talk about food or something, or sticking to the new guidelines or sticking to the new rules, what do we use the word? The right word is comply with. Okay, that's a collocation as well. You should comply with the rules. The restaurant industry should comply with the health regulations, something like that. Okay, you must have read these sentences. Okay, so the right answer here will be comply. All right, comply with, that's a very famous collocation. All right. They say that new labels will dash people. Will what people? Now, if you're putting new labels on the food, it can't help people because it's talking about it negative, right? They don't want any changes over there. So the right answer here will be, it will confuse people. All right. So sugar in these labels will confuse people. All right. Look at that line. They say that new labels. He's talking about the new labels, right? Like totally changing something. They say there is no need to dash the label. Natural sugar has calcium, protein. Doctors say that added sugars are empty calories. They have no nutrients. They say there is no need to dash the labels. Now change, adjust, modify, or improve. they're not talking about modifying it, or they're not talking about like improving it. They're talking about completely changing it, right? Because there are new guidelines, new labels will dash people. Okay, so look at that word. All right, he's talking about new labels. So that is why here the right answer will be change. Fifth and the first one, I personally felt like they were very confusing. Rest were easy, but first and the last one, they were very confusing. But when I see the word new people over here, sorry, new label over here, then I will definitely put change in this one. Okay, clear? Still you got 4, or that's a very good score. Like I personally found that question very hard. But yeah, good job those of you who got that right. Anyone who got 5? Confound, actually I'm not too sure. Let me just check. Okay, I'm not sure about the meaning of confound. I can't know all the words, sorry about that. But when you see the word which is making sense, then just go with that word. Okay, cause surprise or confusion. But it's sort of like, it sounded like it's like something when you are amazed or perplexed, exactly like in a positive kind of a way. You are shocked or you are astonished, maybe by a party or a someone gave you a surprise or something like that. Okay, so that is where we use confound. Why not modify? um why not modify in fourth one? Because see, here he's talking about the new labels. They say that new labels will confuse people, right? So talking about coming, like changing the labels or giving some new labels over here. So just because of that, it won't be modify. You're not like, modify means changing or making like minor adjustments or something, right? So that is why the right answer will be change the labels. Collocation in the third answer, yeah, comply with is a collocation that we use, especially when we talk about rules, guidelines, or regulations. We use this word. Okay, as I've mentioned, the restaurant industry should comply with the health regulations. Government should comply with the you have also seen this nowadays, that you should comply with the COVID safety rules or something like that. Okay, so comply with means you should stick to the rules. Okay, so that is a collocation that is used, right? Okay, any questions, any doubts in this one? Why not modified? We just discussed that. Just because he has mentioned about new labels, so that is why we will put change, because they're changing it completely, not just modifying it. Other answers go with that, yes, but with, see, he's talking about the new guidelines, so that is why the word will be comply. You can't say does not confirm with or does not differ with. Differ, we normally say to. He differed to this. Okay, agree with we use, but sugar industry does not agree with new guidelines. That's not that academic. Okay, so with the guidelines and regulations, we will use comply. Okay, get it? All righty, let's begin with our reorder paragraphs now. No worries. All right, let's start with this one. All right, let's start with the first one. Okay, I'll give you 2.5 minutes and then we will discuss that. All right, let's start with this one. This is a hard question. You are right. Fariba, this one is a little bit till 27, so we'll book only after. That's fine. Okay. Good job, Manish. You got that one right. Okay, I only got one right answer. Still, your pairs are correct, which is a good thing to see, I would say. Okay, let's start. First of all, with the standalone sentence, I think it is very easy one. After that, it was a little bit tricky. All right, let's see. He's saying that while pursuing a book on the monuments of Egypt, she noticed. Now, who is she? I don't know. A hieroglyph that showed a row of men standing in odd postures. Okay. Who is she? I don't know. So I won't be using that one as my first sentence, right? The conventional picture is that tens of thousands of slaves dragged stones on sledges. Okay. What conventional picture, what stones, what is he talking about? It's a independent sentence, but I'm not too sure whatever he is talking about. Okay. So I will just put a dash around it. But there is no evidence. What do you mean by no evidence? I can't put that in. Pyramids of Egypt were built more than 3,000 years ago and no one knows how. Very simple, very generic, telling me the story of pyramids of Egypt. So it could be my first sentence. Then he's saying now a Californian software consultant called Maureen Clemens has suggested that kites might have been involved. Now what? That means you need some more information. So it can't be my first one. Remember one thing, I think I've mentioned this in the strategy class as well. Always consider in your reorder paragraph this pyramid, okay? Generic information will come first and specific information will come later. So first he will generally say stuff and then he will specify that, okay? One more thing, always remember that majority of the times the flow of information or the timeline will go from past to present. Sorry about my drawing, it's really bad. Okay, forget about this arrow like that. It will go from past to present, okay? You will observe, I'm not saying they will be the last one, but you will observe this thing that the words which are starting from now, nowadays, these days, today, meanwhile, etc. They will be right towards the end of your reorder paragraph. I'm not saying they will be the last one, but most probably maybe the second last, third last, or the last, somewhere around that towards the ending part of your reorder. Very rarely it might begin with these kind of words. All right. So just remember that again for your future use. All right. So after reading all this, we have deliberately decided, it's our consensus that first sentence will be pyramids of Egypt were built more than 3,000 years ago and no one knows how. So up till now, I know this information that no one knows how these things were built. Okay, so I will put D as my first one. Okay. Kites might have been involved in what? I don't know, but there is no evidence to back this up. He hasn't talked about any evidence yet. While pursuing a book, she noticed. A lot of you put A after D. Who is she? I still don't know because he hasn't talked about any person yet. The right answer here will be option B. That the picture about the conventional picture means the basic picture of Egypt or of these pyramids. It shows that it is that tens of thousands of slaves dragged stones on sledges. So basically they drag the stones on sledges and they just put it over there. D, A won't be right because you still don't know who that she is. Okay, so you can't put it after D. All right, clear? So the right answer will be B. So now that's a conventional picture. The next one was very simple. So in this one, BC is a very easy pair. All right, that there is no evidence to back this up. Back what up? That tens of thousands of slaves dragged stones on sledges. All right. Now he will tell you that now a Californian software consultant called Maureen Clemens has suggested that kites might have been involved. Like in making these pyramids, kites might have been involved. And now you will say that while pursuing a book, she noticed a hieroglyph. So in this one, I would say B and C, that's a very easy pair, and E and A is a very easy pair. Okay, so no matter what happened, you have to put these ones together. All right. So for this one, the right answer will be D, B, C, E, A. Okay, it's a little bit confusing, but still I would say your pairs should be correct, especially the pair of E and A. No matter what happened, that one should have been correct. Okay, and BC is very simple as well. He's talking about the conventional picture, and then he will talk about this should back this up. Okay, Claire, any questions, any doubts in this one? All right, let's do one more. Then we will discuss that. Okay, let me give you a little bit difficult one. You guys are good. All right, let's do this one. All right. Good job in this one. A lot of you got it right. Even if there are mistakes, majority of you got the pairs right, which is exactly what I want you to see. All right. Um, Good thing in this one. I am happy. All right, let's start. First thing, again, we have to figure out what should be the standalone sentence or what should be the topic sentence in this one. All right. He's saying that, however, the temperature in New Zealand will go up 4 degrees centigrade in the next century, while the polar region will go up more than 6 degrees. What do you mean by however? I don't know. So that means I need some more information. So that means it can't be my first sentence, right? Thus, New Zealand is comparatively unfortunate. Thus is used for something when you are concluding something. Okay, here I'm like in the first one, why would I be concluding? So it can't be my first one as well. As the nearest country of southern pole, New Zealand has maintained an upward trend in its average temperature in the past few years. Yes, very generic, could be my first one. Different pictures of temperature stem from its surrounding ocean, which acts like the air conditioner. It's not giving me sort of like an introduction kind of a feel to it. Okay, like different pictures of temperature stem from its surrounding ocean, which acts like the air conditioner. What air conditioner? What it actually wants to say? Nothing about the New Zealand in this one as well. It can't be my first one. Okay, for many environmentalists, world seems to be getting warmer. Very simple, very generic, giving me sort of like an introduction to the topic that what is happening, the world is getting warmer or the temperature is changing. So we are doubtful between either C or E. The right answer here will be option E, because this is very easy, a very simple one, sorry, and it's a very, very generic kind of a statement that for many environmentalists, the world seems to be getting warmer, like the temperature of the world is actually increasing. Okay. Now, up till now, I only know this information that temperature is increasing, right? Now he will give me an example that as the nearest country of South Polar region, New Zealand has maintained an upward trend in its average temperature in the past few years. World is getting warmer. So now he is giving you an example that although it lies in the southern polar region, still New Zealand has upward trend in its average temperature. So I will put E and C. Two pairs are very easy in this one, EC, and the other pair I will tell you. Okay. Look at that. Different pictures stem from its surrounding. What do you mean by its surrounding? I don't know that yet. The right answer, thus New Zealand is comparatively fortunate. Why it is fortunate if the temperature is going up? That won't be right. Clear? So the right answer here will be, however, the temperature in the New Zealand will go up 4 degree in the next century, while the polar region will go more than 6 degrees centigrade. So in New Zealand only it's 4 degrees centigrade, but then later on it will be 6 degrees centigrade. Okay. Now you will say different pictures of temperature stems from its surrounding ocean, which acts like the air conditioner, which will be option D. DB is a very easy pair. Okay. And then you will say, thus New Zealand is comparatively fortunate by all that. Okay. Clear? Majority of you got DB, DB correct and EC correct, which is very good thing to see. Okay, so for this one, the right answer will be 𝗍𝗍𝗍. All right, clear? Any questions? Good job, Vam. A lot of you, I think, got 4 out of 4 in this one. I saw a lot of correct answers. There were some mistakes, but just make sure that you work on that. And Akshay, your answer was right. Jignesha, you are correct as well. Vam, all you guys were right. Okay, good job. All right. Any questions? Any doubts in this one? All good. All right. Let's move on towards fill in the blanks now, because I want you to focus more on those. Especially if you're looking to get 7 each, try to work on your blanks. Okay. If your blanks are good, that means you are on the right track to get your score. All right. I will give you 2.5 minutes. I'll get some water as well. My throat is a little bit aching. All right. I'll give you 2.5 minutes. Then we will do that. All right, where is everyone? I think everyone is tired or something. I got only 5 answers. Now 6. Who is 8A0CIM? Your answers are a little bit incorrect. Okay, so be careful, especially the first and the third one. Okay, let's discuss that. It's the end of the week. Even I think my energy is a little bit down as well. I'm feeling a bit tired. But okay, anyway, let's get it right and let's get back on track. First one, the physical impact of visitors is another serious problem dash with the growth in adventure tourism. Okay, now he's talking about adventure tourism and the physical impact of visitors. So when visitors go to a particular area or particular spot, serious problem dash with the growth in adventure tourism. Dash with something like linked, right? You can't say linked with, we just discussed that. We will say linked to. So the other word which is there is associated. So the right answer will be associated with, just like comply with we discussed. Okay, so I think I've told you guys that as well. Most of you got it right, which is very good. Okay, that thing encourages me. It felt like you guys are listening properly and you are applying rules, which is very, and that's the only purpose of these classes, and that's the only purpose of me taking these classes. I just want you guys to learn. So even if you learn one thing in like every day, that's mission accomplished. Okay, good job. Next one, much attention has focused on dash along with major trails. Now, it could be deforestation or it could be erosion. Okay. When I was solving, I was doubtful between these two. Look at the next one. But perhaps more important are the dash and impacts on water supplies arising from the need to dash tourist with. Which one is the major problem? Erosion. Erosion means like getting erosion of soil or something, or deforestation. Deforestation is definitely the biggest problem. So for the third one, I will say deforestation, and for the second one, I would say erosion. Just on the basis of the contextual thing, much attention has focused on erosion along with major trails. So major trails means, so for example, there is a walking track, for example, in Royal National Park or something. Let's say this is a track. So right next to it, there is a lot of soil which is getting eroded because there are a lot of tourists there. So that's an attention. But the more important one are the deforestation, cutting down of trees, and impact on water supply. So because of that, impact of water supply arises from the need to dash tourist. What do you do tourist with cook food? What do we do? Deforestation is already done, associated done, erosion is done. I can't put shower over here, I can't put vulnerable over here. All right. So, and we can't say need to prepare tourists with cook food. I'm not going to prepare tourists. Okay. So the right answer will be provide tourist. Okay. So the third one, I will, the fourth one will be to provide the tourist with cooked food. And hot what? What is hot? Hot, the only noun over here is showers. So you will put hot showers in fifth one. Okay. Clear? In both mountains and deserts, slow growing trees are often the main sources of fuel, and water supplies may be limited or dashed to degradation through heavy use. Limited. We have discussed that with or something opposite should be there. Limited or dash to. What other word is there which is similar but opposite? The right answer will be linked. Okay. So the first one was associated with. Second one was erosion. Third one was deforestation. Fourth one, need to prepare to provide tourists with the food and hot showers. And the last one will be linked to. Okay. I think most of you got 5 or 4. If you're getting 3, that means that there are mistakes, right? So make sure that you work on that. Okay. Newton, you are right. 4 is good score, but 4 out of 6, try to get more correct. All right. I don't know where the rest of the students are. You are like 32 of you in the class. So I will recommend that you guys participate. Okay. Associated with, yeah, associated with comes together. Okay. All right, let's start with the second one. What is the grammar rule with or? Yeah, grammar rule with or was it will be opposite to each other, but they will be related. So just like and means something exactly similar will be happening or something related. With or it will be most of the times it will be opposite, but again they will be related to each other, but majority of the time it's either dash or dash. So it will be sort of like an opposite meaning. Okay. Yeah, so that is the rule for that one. Okay. All right, let's do number second. Okay, let's do this one and then we will discuss that. In that one, your capital rule is not going to be applied in the first one. Like all the answers are in the small letter. All right. So it will be a little bit difficult. Oh, sorry. All right, let's start. I thought like you were not in the mood. Yeah, okay. Class questions were a bit tough as well. I agree. All right, let's start with the first one. Look at that. It says that dash in some ways AI was a victim. AI was a victim of its own success. Whenever an apparently dash problem was solved, such as building a system that could land an aircraft unattended, the problem was deemed not to have been AI in the first place. Dash in some ways AI was a victim of its own success. So basically want to tell you that in some ways AI was a victim of its own success. Repeatedly, in some way, no. The right answer will be ironically, because that's the only word which is sort of like a linking word, or you can say which is like a starting kind of a word, right? So the right answer will be ironically. I think all of you got that one correct. Let me see. Some of you put repeatedly. Repeatedly won't be there. Repeatedly, comma, in some ways. We don't really say that. Ironically means sort of like it is used with the word like in fact. That is the main meaning of ironically. Okay. So that is the irony that AI became the victim of. Okay, it's not A1. AI was a victim of its own success. Whenever an apparently dash problem was solved, such as building a system that could land an aircraft unattended, the problem was deemed not to have been AI in the first place. So whenever they solve these problems, we can't start the sentence with repeatedly exactly. That could land an aircraft unattended. The problem was deemed not to have been AI in the first place. Okay. Whenever an apparently dash problem. So now he is defining that problem, right? Right. It should be an adjective over here. Apparently, repeatedly problem doesn't make sense. What is umbrella problem won't be right. The right answer will be mundane. Okay. Let's say, for example, if I even don't know the meaning of mundane, like I personally, I don't know the meaning of that. Okay. But yeah, the meaning is dull. But let's say, even if you don't know it, you should still be able to get it right by using the process of elimination. So you will eliminate commercialization, you will eliminate text, umbrella, recognition. Recognition problem doesn't make sense as well. So that's the only option which you are left with. Okay. So the first one will be ironically, and second one will be mundane. All right. If it works, it can't be AI. As Dr. Lee characterizes it, the effect of dash moving the goalposts in this way was that AI came to refer to blue sky research. The effect of dash moving the goalpost. So now you are changing the goalpost in this way. The right answer is the effect of repeatedly moving the goalpost. Okay, so the right answer will be repeatedly. Let me see how many of you put it. Text doesn't make sense. The context was a bit tough in this one. Not commercialization. Mundane means dull. Okay, let me show you like how I solved it. Okay, some of you are getting it right. I was doubtful in the third one, so I left the third one blank. Okay, when I was doing the question. Moving the goalpost, AI become research that was still years away from dash. Away from what? You can't get away from umbrella, you can't get away from recognition, you can't get away from text. The only word which will be making sense will be commercialization. When I put commercialization in the fourth one, now I have less options to choose from the third one, and the third one, the only option which is left will be repeatedly. That repeatedly moving the goalpost in this way. All right, that it is not necessary or you don't need AI. That is why it will be repeatedly. Okay, clear? Then researchers joked that AI stood for almost implemented. Meanwhile, the technologies that made it onto the market, such as speech dash, that's a very simple one. Speech what? Language translation. So speech recognition. So I will put recognition over here. All right, which will be my number fourth. And decision support software of were no longer regarded as AI. So they are not regarding these things as AI. Yet all three once fell within the dash of AI research, within the something like within the context of AI research. So what is the other word over here? Within the umbrella of AI research. Okay. In this one, what I felt personally, first one was easy, second one was very easy. Third one was tricky. I was very confused between it's either commercialization, because effect of commercialization moving sort of like making sense. But when I look at that blank, I just put commercialization over here. I was doubtful in the third one about the recognition, but when I see speech, my mind just goes towards speech recognition. So I selected that. And then that's the only option which is left with. Okay. So that's what I was saying. In these kind of blanks, try to get process of elimination right. Okay, lot of zeros in this one. Why did you get zero? Okay, zero, not good. Speech recognition should be at least right. Hard. Okay. Still, I was expecting more, but still it's okay. 3, that's okay as well. All right. You want to do one more? Finish it on the high, or because I think this practice set is a bit tough. What do you guys think? No? Okay. Tired, not for today. No. Okay. Most of you are saying no. Okay, so we will do that one to, the next one tomorrow. Yeah, I think you are tired as well. And when you are tired, you will start making more mistakes. Confidence level goes down. Okay. Someone was asking out the answer. So the first one was ironically. Second one was apparently mundane problem was solved. Since he's talking about dull problem or this problem, which will be an adjective over here. The effect of dash moving the goalpost repeatedly. Third one will be repeatedly. Fourth one, away from dash, away from commercialization, and then speech recognition. And the last one will be under the umbrella or within the umbrella. Okay. All good. Now, any questions? Any doubts in this one? All good. Any doubts in today's session, or if you guys have? Let me just stop sharing. All good. Thank you so much for attending the class. Enjoy your weekend. Even if you make mistakes, it doesn't matter too much. As long as your approach is right, it means you are on the right track. Okay. 1 or 2 questions you will get like that. All of us will make mistakes. Okay. So that's a bit, that should be okay. All right. Then is the writing session. There is no writing session. This is only the special reading class. Okay. So if you're looking for the strategy class, that is on Tuesday. Not prediction. Try to do the whole exam questions. There won't be any class tomorrow, so we will be back on no, not tomorrow. We will have class on Monday. Okay, get a good rest, refresh your mind, revise all the rules, keep practicing from the portal, and then I will see you guys on Monday. Okay, there is no negative marking in write from dictation. All right, have a good weekend, guys. Thank you so much for attending the session. I hope you learned something. I will see you guys very soon. Have a good one. Bye.